There isn't many places you can go to laugh, study, gossip, debate, or get cleaned up. No matter what, when you come out of those doors, you'll come out a new person. For Omaha News, I'm DK Kellum. In blizzard-like conditions, these are the times we'd like to thank our men and women who plow our roads and keep our streets as safe as possible. Thank you very much. For Omaha News, I'm DK Kellum. I mean, just talk about the senior leadership that's, gave you the confidence to do what you do out there on the court tonight.
Those are two of the best guys I ever played with in my life. Obviously, Zach Jackson and Mitch, they're all conference players. They never put us down, and all their positive comments just push us to be better on and off the court. So it's great to have those guys.
Yeah, appreciate you, Wanye, man. Good luck on Monday, man. Y'all gonna be here tomorrow? Yeah, most definitely. And it was interesting because Matt Powell, he got in foul trouble early in the first half. Wanye Tut, comes off the bench, hasn't had a spectacular season, but he came in and he fulfilled his role today. He gave the Mavericks everything he had, and he was clutch, real clutch there in the first half.
Especially with guys like JT Gibson, who didn't knock down a 3-all game, and KJ Robinson, who struggled. Zach Jackson came in, did what he usually does. I mean, he was scoring, he was rebounding, he was finding ways to be productive for this team, and Mitch Hahn knocking down those clutch free throws late. The common trend for this team, even when things aren't going well, is they find ways to win. And in the Summit League tournament and in March, that's all that needs to happen. We talked about it on call. It's not necessarily how pretty you win, it's just the fact that you get that win.
Yeah, a win is a win, whether you win by 1 or 100. As we said, you can ask South Dakota State fans how they feel about losing, the first time ever that a Summit League #1 seed has lost to a seed. So, just moving forward, we're going to be here tomorrow. We're going to check out, Purdue Fort Wayne, and we're going to check out South Dakota. The winner of that team will play us on Monday, so I'm very interested to see how they play. I'm pretty sure both teams were here scouting us tonight. Just a real big win for us, and Wanye Tut did his thing and came through for the team today. I mean, yeah, just like you guys said, win at all costs, win however. And it's interesting because this is the third win right here. 10 points. It's a point differential and 3 wins. I mean, these teams play really, really well against each other. They play the games close. And when you have a guy like John Conchar on Purdue Fort Wayne, who is one of the best players in the Summit, it's just hard to stop that guy. But tonight, the defense proved himself right. A big shout out to JT Gibson for the way he played on-ball defense, forcing 7 turnovers against John Conchar.
And now previewing tomorrow's matchup a little bit, the Mavericks take on North Dakota State. What's your guys' take on that? Because obviously the Mavericks have struggled from the floor in the conference tournament. North Dakota State got lucky that Western Illinois upset South Dakota State in the first round, but a matchup that the Mavericks won both times in the regular season. What do you guys see in that game?
I think this is really exciting that we get to play North Dakota State because the Mavericks do match up really well with them like we saw in the regular season. But it's going to be no walk in the park. Like we said, big stage, huge game, conference championship. The Mavericks have to be ready to go.
Yeah, just because we're not playing South Dakota State doesn't mean that this team is not formidable. They're going to play us hard. We had to come back against North Dakota State at North Dakota State this season when we were down and we didn't shoot well. But as we said before, we just found ways to win. And on top of that, they're a really good three-point shooting team, and we've proven that we can guard the perimeter tomorrow more than any other night. It's a night we really need to desperately guard the perimeter and stop the three-point shooter of North Dakota State.
Hello and welcome to First Warning. I'm Mac Kirkle, and alongside me is Mav Radio men's basketball play-by-play DK Kellum. Now DK, the Mavs got North Dakota in the first round of the Summit League tournament. They won both regular season matchups. What do they have to do to win in Sioux Falls?
Well, they have to get off to a quick start, Matt. This team has got off to a slow start. Majority of their games this year, and they come out in the second half and they play so much better. Now, playing against North Dakota, closer to South Dakota, the fans are going to fill up the stadium. Now, the last time that the Mavericks played North Dakota outside of Baxter Arena, they won 92-91. So expect this to be a close game, even though North Dakota is closer to the bottom of the bracket. Now, rebounding-wise, the Mavericks have out-rebounded their last 11 of 14 teams. They've only had double-digit turnovers less than 8 times this season, and on top of that, if they're shooting over 50%, then they're 13-0. So expect this team to shoot well, to come out and be consistent and take care of the ball. Now, Matt, what would be some reasons why the Mavericks will lose this game? Well, currently the Mavericks are 6-2 in conference play, which puts them second in the Summit League. They went on the road to Brookings, South Dakota, and lost a hard-fought game against South Dakota State, 83-73. And it was just a tough game. We run up against one of the best teams, in conference play, and Mike Dom, who's probably one of the best players in the nation. It just was a tough game for them to win. Now, moving on to the first half, just give me your thoughts on how you thought the first half went.
DK, along the same lines as Harrison, very excited for this hire. What are you looking forward to in the fall?
I'm super stoked for him to be the coach now. You know, Coach Shires left a legacy for him. It's going to be tough in the beginning, but I see no problem with him adjusting to the Division I and making his team proud and taking them all the way.
Welcome to First Warning. I'm your host, Ray Cook, alongside DK Kellum, Harrison Pop. Well, as you guys know, this Sunday is the Super Bowl, so we figured it would only be fitting to take a break from UNO Sports and talk a little Rams-Patriots ahead of Super Bowl 53. Now, Tom Brady will be looking for a Super Bowl ring number 6, meaning that if he wins on Sunday, he will literally not have enough room on one hand for all the Super Bowls he's won. So my first question for you two is, if Tom Brady and the Patriots beat the Rams, does that cement Tom Brady as the GOAT?
Tom Brady is already the GOAT. He's done amazing things. He's 41 years old and he's still playing at a high level. I mean, what else can you say about Tom Brady? If he wins the Super Bowl this year, he just puts his stuff a step notch over GOAT status. I mean, he's a GOAT already.
I mean, I agree with you, DK. He is the greatest of all time ever since he beat the Falcons in that comeback in Super Bowl 51.
Yes.
And you can hate him all you want, but you got to respect the talent. And if you don't think Tom Brady's the greatest of all time, I severely question your football knowledge.
All right, well, at least we can all three agree on one thing. First question. Now, it's hard for me to even ask this question with a straight face, too, but if the Rams win, does that mean that the Brady, Belichick, Patriots dynasty, is it over?
No, it's far from over. These two are going to be reigning the NFL world until they both retire, so you can never count them out, as we've learned over the past several years when the media always thinks it's over. No, it's never going to be over until Tom Brady retires.
I thought it was over this year, especially after that Dolphins game whenever they threw the ball backwards 10, 11, 12 times. I thought they would go downhill from there. Then the whole thing with Josh Gordon and him being, basically suspended for the rest of the season. But you can never count this team out. You can never count Brady out. And I think, once Brady does finally retire, and he's already come out to say that he's not retiring no matter what happens after the Super Bowl, they'll still find a way to find another quarterback and win games. I mean, Bill Belichick is just that good, so no way at all.
Yeah, I think one thing we've learned is that the Patriots dynasty is over when Tom Brady says it's over. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but the Rams cornerback, Nickell Robey-Coleman, who doesn't play a whole lot, had a big play in the Saints game, said that old age is catching up with Tom Brady and said he wants to, and I quote, stick a dagger in them, take it out, and let it leak. Do you think these comments have any effect on the game or give the Patriots any added motivation, Harrison?
Of course it adds motivation to Tom Brady. I don't know why the Rams are giving Tom Brady more of a chip on his shoulder. He has the biggest one ever, being picked 199 in the 6th round. I don't know why they're giving him more firepower to pummel him in Super Bowl 53. It just doesn't make sense.
Nickell Robey, he's the MVP of the last game against the Saints, with that pass interference that was a phantom call, no one called it. If you don't have enough motivation right now, being in the Super Bowl, then I don't know what to tell you. Once the ball is kicked off, I don't think Tom Brady is going to even think about Nickell Robey at all during the game unless he throws at him and has a big play. And then Tom Brady's going to go right in his face and let him know, hey, you can't be talking trash about me.
Yeah, I'm with both of you. I think both of you got good points, but I don't think you need to give Tom Brady any added motivation. We've seen that already, right? All right, guys, be careful with these. They're going on camera. But who wins this game, how much, and why?
As much as I want to say the Patriots are going to win the game, I'm the hater of the Patriots in the group, and I'm going with the Rams. I think the Rams win 27-24. I think former kicker for UNO, Greg Zuerlein, is going to put them over the edge at the last minute. I think Tom Brady is going to get the ball back with a little time left, but just like last year, he fumbles the ball because of a defensive play by the Rams.
See, I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum. I want the Rams to win, but it's just so hard to go against the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. I think he will get his 6th Super Bowl ring. My scoreline is going to be 27-14. I think it will be close in the first half, but I think in the second half the Patriots are going to pull away. They're just such a clutch team in crunch time.
Gosh, it's crazy. No matter what Tom Brady does, he's still got haters.
Exactly.
All right, well, there you have it. Personally, I don't think Tom Brady loses 2 Super Bowls in a row. I think the Patriots are right where they want to be, and I think they win a close one late. Thank you for listening to our First Warning Super Bowl segment. We hope you all enjoy the game. We'll see you next week.